You're older than me, but it doesn't bother me one bit. When we think about love and relationships, most of us have certain ideas or expectations based on things we've heard or seen growing up. Age gaps in relationships, for instance, often bring about different reactions. Some people may find it strange, others may find it refreshing, and there are even those who feel uncomfortable with it. But when you look beyond those societal assumptions, there's something far more important at play: the connection between two people. In the beginning, the fact that you were older than me made me question things a little bit. It's natural to have some doubt when things feel unfamiliar or when they don't follow the pattern that we're used to seeing. I thought age had a lot more weight than it really does. I thought the older partner would always have more wisdom, more life experience, more of the answers. And maybe that's true in some ways, but I quickly realized that it's not the full picture. Love isn't defined by how many years you've lived. It's not about the time that's passed. It's about the time you spend together. It's about how you make each other feel, how you support one another, how you listen, and how you just are together in that space. I've come to understand that age, in the grand scheme of things, is just a number. It doesn't matter if you've lived longer than I have. What matters is the love and connection we share. At first, I admit I wondered if we were too different. I had this idea in my mind that someone younger, like myself, would always be full of excitement and energy, while the older person would be the wise, calm one. I thought maybe our differences in age would create a divide that we couldn't bridge. But here we are, proving that idea wrong. The more I got to know you, the more I realized that the wisdom you have doesn't make you less spontaneous, and my youthful energy doesn't make me any less aware of the deeper things in life. It's amazing how we've found a balance in each other. I bring that spontaneous energy, the joy of discovering new things, the excitement of the unknown, and you bring that wisdom, that calmness, that understanding. You show me the importance of patience and how to face challenges with a clear mind, and I remind you that it's okay to be a little reckless, to laugh a little louder, to embrace the unknown with open arms. Together, we've built a partnership where age doesn't matter. We bring complementary strengths to the table, and that's what makes us work so well. I've often wondered about how time shapes us. In the past, I had this fear that love could be defined by time, by age, that someday you'd be too old for me, or that I would outgrow you. I thought time was this constant force that we couldn't escape, like it was going to pull us apart. But then I realized something important. Love doesn't work that way. Time might shape us, but it doesn't define us. What defines us is the love we share, the respect we have for one another, and the moments we create together. Time might have given you different experiences, but it hasn't made you any less real to me. In fact, it's made you even more amazing. The things you've lived through, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you carry all make you who you are, and I'm grateful for that. It's not about how many years have passed or how many experiences we've had separately. It's about how we choose to be together now, in the present. The time we spend together is what matters. In this journey, I've come to appreciate how love doesn't follow the rules we expect it to. It's not about age or societal expectations or the timeline we're supposed to follow. When we're together, it doesn't matter how many years separate us. We're not defined by our age, and our relationship doesn't depend on comparing our pasts. What matters is how we look at each other, how we see each other, and how we choose to love each other. We don't have to fit into any predefined roles, and we don't need to overthink everything. Our connection doesn't demand we act a certain way or follow a certain script. It simply is, and that's what makes it so beautiful. We've found a space where we can be who we truly are without worrying about anything else. We've created our own version of love, one that doesn't look at the number of years between us but at the bond we've built. Some people might look at us and assume that you, as the older one, are supposed to be the guiding force in the relationship. They might think that I'm still figuring things out, still learning, still growing. And sure, I am learning and growing, but the truth is, so are you. Just because you've lived longer doesn't mean you've got it all figured out. We're both still figuring things out, and that's the beauty of our relationship. It's not about one person leading while the other follows. It's about us walking beside each other, growing and learning together every single day. You've taught me so much not by force, but through your actions, your calm demeanor, and your ability to listen. You've shown me that love isn't about control, it's about partnership. It's about supporting each other, learning from each other, and growing together. You've taught me patience, how to stay grounded when everything around us feels chaotic, and how to take a step back and breathe when things get overwhelming. And in return, I've brought some energy and excitement into your life. I remind you that life doesn't have to be so serious all the time. It's okay to laugh a little louder, to take risks, and to embrace the spontaneity of life. You've taught me how to approach life with calm and patience, and I've shown you how to embrace the unknown with open arms. It's a beautiful balance, one that works because we both bring something valuable to the table. It's funny though, because as time goes on, I've come to realize that our love isn't bound by the number of years we've lived. Sure, there are times when I still feel a bit of doubt creep in, especially when society tells us that love has a shelf life or that the age gap is too big to ignore. But every time those doubts sneak in, I remind myself that love isn't about the years that have passed. It's about the love we share in the present, the moments we create together, and the future we're building side by side. I don't need to worry about whether you're older than me or whether I'm younger than you. We're not defined by our age or by the number of years we've lived. We're defined by the love we share, and that's something that will never grow old. In the end, love isn't about how old someone is. It's about how we feel when we're with that person. It's about the connection we build and the bond that grows stronger over time. I don't care that you're older than me. What I care about is the way you make me feel. I care about the way we laugh, the way we learn from each other, and the way we grow together. Age doesn't matter when you've found something so real, so genuine, and so full of love. So, to everyone who says, "You're older than me, but it doesn't bother me one bit," I say, you're right. Age is just a number. What matters is the love we share, the way we support one another, and the way we build our future. Together, that's what makes us who we are. And that's all that truly matters.